Hey everybody, it's Meg Riley from Academic Coaching. I'm here to have a brief video about how we can be learning from our midterms that are just now completed. Something that's very common in student culture is to spend a bunch of time studying for an exam. And then once the exam is complete, we wipe our hands clean of that and move on. But in reality, it'd be very nice to be able to take all that time, all that focus and energy that we spent preparing for that exam and be able to learn from it more too as we review and reflect on it. This can be done through our test error analysis. Using a test error analysis, we can figure out what types of questions we were getting wrong. So maybe it was very content specific questions that we were getting wrong, like we just didn't study enough or we didn't study the content to the level of detail that the questions were asking. If that's the case, then solutions for that is to just dedicate more time to these topics or explore those topics to a greater detail. What if maybe we understood the content, but once it was put into a question, we just didn't know how to apply that content to that question? So from there, we need to be figuring out, you know, other ways that we can apply that content to answer questions just kind of increase our comprehension. And maybe also just consider any patterns in the types of questions that are getting incorrect. So is there, even if they're different types of topics, is there any sort of relation between the questions that we're getting incorrect? Maybe we need to focus more on our vocabulary or our understanding of key terms and what that relates to, especially when it comes to math and our formulas. So it could be our application that we need to work on more. It could also be working on our test taking skills. So maybe we're not reading thoroughly throughout the exam, or we ran out of time, or we changed our answers. We weren't confident in what we were putting down the first time. In that case, we need to be thinking about slowing down while we're taking the exam, underlining key terms, um, scanning the exam before we begin just to see how much time and effort we should be putting into each question. And then also really only changing questions or answers to questions if you are 100% confident that that new answer is correct. There is a lot of studies that show that our first answer is likely the most correct one, and then we tend to switch it to a different one. So we want to make sure that if we are changing our answer, we do know for a fact that that is the right one. Um, so this is what the test error analysis sheet looks like. This is something that I'd recommend everybody to do with their midterm. So you're putting in the question number, whatever kind of topic or keywords or content that question is about, and then just putting a check mark on, did I study this enough? Did I know it to the level of detail? Did I remember it wrong? Did I study it a lot, but I just couldn't remember it during the exam? Did I study it, but I couldn't apply it to the questions? I just didn't know, if it was a word problem, I didn't know how to apply that content. Or is it my test taking skills? So you can be going through with each question, and really this will highlight patterns or just things that we should be focusing on in the future, especially since this midterm is questions that are on this midterm are also going to be on this final because of our final is cumulative for Math 111. So we want to make sure that we're still learning, still knowing how to apply this content to questions. Once we do our test error analysis, it's really beneficial to also just go back and look through our checklist of our test preparation, walking through, did I do these steps? Which steps did I do? Which steps did I not do? Now going through, having gone through your test error analysis, what are steps that maybe you didn't do the first time that we should be trying to do for our final? So you can walk yourself through this and just try to figure out what can I do to further strengthen my study routine, especially as we prepare for our finals. So it's a very brief video. Thanks for watching. Um, just a reminder, academic coaching is on the third floor of the FMH building. The Learning Center for our tutoring, that's going to be on the second floor of the Miller Library, but they both do offer Zoom appointments. So if you can't make it in person, but you can make it online, do that. If anything in this video you want more explanation of, or you want to walk through the test error analysis with somebody else, you can book an appointment with an academic coach. We would love to walk it through with you. Or anything else that's maybe not even specifically related to Math 111Z. Um, any type of struggles that you're having with self-management, study strategies, or motivation, please feel free to book an appointment with an academic coach. We'd love to have you. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.